Hi there and welcome into the Cougar Sports Network. Having a little bit of a technical issue right now, so we'll be with you here in just a second with some video. There we go. Video decided it didn't want to show up right away, but we are good to go. We are ready to go. College of the Canyons, West Los Angeles College here from Mike Gillespie Field. Final regular season home game for College of the Canyons. 15-21 on the year. Believe it or not, they still have a shot, an outside shot at best, needing a lot of help to try and get to the playoffs this season. The Cougars right now, 9-10 in conference play, as we just said. They need a lot of help. They need to first off win their last two games against West LA. They won on Tuesday, so they did the first part of their job. They got part of the help they needed from Bakersfield, who beat Antelope Valley on Tuesday. The rest of the way, they would need Antelope Valley to lose today, and in their final game against Bakersfield, they would also need the LA Valley to lose their last two games to the LA Mission Eagles in order to then swoop their way into second place in the Western State Conference South Division. That would give them an auto bid to the playoffs. Otherwise, they still need some help to at least get to third and have an outside look at an at-large bid. That would require one of those two scenarios with either LA Valley or Antelope Valley losing to their final two games to allow Canyons to vault them. They need LA Valley to lose both games because LA Valley holds the tiebreak over Canyons, and they need Antelope Valley to lose both games because Antelope Valley is 2 games ahead of College of the Canyons in the standings. So you see where it goes. Everything's kind of all over the map. So we'll give you the lineups here for today's game. For West LA and their head coach, Roger Hill, Jackson Bernard will lead things off. Peyton Grau will bat in the 2 spot. Ozzy Otterbein will be in the 3 spot. Michael Hernandez will bat 4th. Max Serrano in the 5 spot. Aiden Garcia batting 6th. Alexander Oppenheimer batting 7th. Byron Lupien batting 8th. And Aiden Gallegos batting 9th. As they will face a little bit of change in terms of the starting pitcher ranks today for College of the Canyons, as Anthony Estrada getting his first start of the season. Estrada 1-1 on the year with a 7.59 ERA. He's only gone in 10 2/3 innings. Everything has been out of the bullpen for him this year. He's actually not pitched in the last 4 games, so his first appearance in 4 games. He's given up 9 runs, all of them earned, with 7 walks and only 1 strikeout on the season. So that's a change for College of the Canyons here today, as Joseph Jasso not available for right now. Look at the defense for College of the Canyons. Junjun Lee, Hunter Aseng, and Alex Friend from left to right in the outfield. Mariano Jaquez, Dominguez, and Sherrill along the infield. And Malagon behind the plate, as they have done so often this season. Yeah, that was the plan. I thought yesterday or this week. Anytime I don't have to drive down here to the lower 48. So here we go. Game getting ready to get underway here. Right about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. First pitch in for a called strike. 2:01 the official start time. On a cloudy Thursday, Jackson Bernard leading things off. 333 hitter on the season is Bernard. He's got 5 doubles, 5 triples, no home runs, only 7 runs batted in. Was 1 for 3 on Tuesday against the Cougars. Riding a 4-game hitting streak right now, 5 of his last 16, with a double and 3 walks. That one down in the dirt. So it sets the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes here. This ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Dungeon lead. Cruising over will make the catch. One away. So one down here in the first. It is the top of the first, not the bottom of the first. With the scoreboard lined out for you here. Peyton Graua stepping in. Graua 277 this season. 7 doubles. There's 21 total hits on the year. Facing the lefty Estrada. Graua 2 for 3 with a double on Tuesday for West LA. The Wildcats in their black jerseys, blue numbers, gold trim around the numbers, and gray pants with a blue stripe down the side. Canyons in all white today. This one hit on the ground, backhanded by Sherrill. Spins and fires. It's off the bag. It's a throwing error on Andrew Sherrill. And a base runner here for West LA. Sherrill, I think, thought he had more time, or thought he had less time, kind of just threw it off the mark. And so West LA with a base runner here for Ozzy Otterbein. 298 for Otterbein this season. 36 hits and 121 at-bats, 9 of those doubles. He does have a triple and a home run on the season as well, as he swings and misses. This ball hit up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit just over the head of Jaquez. Graua will move to second base as everybody goes station to station. So hit off Estrada, Otterbein on. Here's Michael Hernandez, the catcher, with a 1 away here in the first inning. Hernandez 214 on the season with 7 doubles and 2 home runs. He was 0 for 3 on Tuesday. Did walk once and did strike out once. Hernandez had to get his lower part of the catcher's gear off as the catcher gets ready to stand in. LA trying to break through here in the first. 1 away against the starter today is Anthony Estrada. This one hit on the ground up the left side foul. So a spot start for Estrada, a guy that's been in the bullpen all season long. So a much different look than we're used to here. Usually Thursday starts have been Joseph Jasso's domain all season long, but not getting the opportunity today. This ball hit down the line left foul again. That'll get out of play, and it's 0-2. For Hernandez, through the first 24 games of the season, he was only 9 for 49. Had a couple of home runs. A double and 4 runs batted in. From the end of March to about the middle of April, he's 12 of 46, so a little bit better in that regard with 6 doubles. He's hit for power a little bit more. He's down on strikes. First strikeout for Estrada, 2 away. Here's Max Serrano. Serrano just 5 hits and 36 at-bats this season. His last game was actually on the 12th against Antelope Valley, where he went 0 for 2. Just a 139 hitter on the year, getting the start here today. As West LA 9 and 28 out of the playoffs, not in the hunt. This one's a base hit, though, out into left center field. That'll get down. Hunter Aseng cuts it off. It will not save a run, though, as coming around to score is Peyton Graua. It's an unearned run on an RBI single from Max Serrano. And West LA has a 1-0 lead. So Serrano just his 6th hit of the year. Now Aiden Garcia will step in. So late change to the lineup today for West LA. They had given us one lineup and then made a change about 15 minutes before. Garcia was one of those guys that was not in the lineup, along with Oppenheimer and Serrano. Aiden Gallegos, the 9-hitter as well, but so far Serrano with a base hit. Aiden Garcia batting .375 on the year, 3 for 8 in total. His first at-bat in 4 games. He went 1 for 1 against Antelope Valley. His only 2 other hits this season came in the Bakersfield series for West LA as he swings and lifts this one foul down the left side. It'll get off the big oak tree over there down the left field line and out of play. Breaking ball misses just down from Estrada. 2 balls and 1 strike the count to Aiden Garcia. He lifts this one in the air towards left and playable for Junjun Lee. As Campton makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So a couple of fly balls to left field. An RBI base hit for Max Serrano. 1 run on 2 hits. 2 left on. After Canyon's error. 1-0 West Los Angeles as we go to the home half of the first inning. Give you the College of the Canyons lineup today for Chris Cotto, their head coach. A familiar lineup, one we've seen pretty much over the last month of the season. Friend leading things off. Junjun Lee in the 2 spot. Jose Mariano in the 3 spot. Frankie Malagon batting 4th. And Evan Jaquez in the 5 spot. Reed Farrell will bat 6th. Andrew Sherrill will go into the 7 spot, followed by Isaiah Dominguez in the 8 spot. And Hunter Asang batting 9th for the Cougars. Starting pitcher for West Los Angeles today, Adrian Ambrose will get the start. Ambrose on the season 2-7 with a 7.14 ERA and 52 1/3 innings. He's given up 52 runs, 35 walks, and 35 strikeouts as the big righty will get up there on the hill and go to work. West LA defense today for you. Serrano, Bernard, and Graua from left to right in the outfield. Garcia, Gallegos, Lupien, and Otterbein on the infield with Hernandez behind the plate. So as we go through the day here, we'll keep an eye as best we can on the out-of-town scoreboard. As Canyons certainly scoreboard watching a bit today. Although the game, one of the games they need to wait on, actually the Bakersfield Antelope Valley game, going to be a night game tonight. Found out today, we were sitting up here and found out Antelope Valley put in lights, so that's a new one for us. Not used to night games here in the Western State Conference, especially most of Southern California. Nobody playing with lights, but Antelope Valley has them apparently, so they will play a night game tonight. Here's Alex Friend, 322 on the year. Shows bunt on the first pitch, puts it on the ground. This is going to be a tough play for Ambrose, who slips. That's an infield hit for Alex Friend, any way you slice it. Yeah, speedy down the line, and the Cougars have a leadoff base runner for Friend on the first pitch of the ball game from West Los Angeles. He's got his 48th hit of the season. And now Junjun Lee coming to the plate. Lee, 2 for 4 with an RBI and 2 runs scored on Tuesday, having a 6-game hitting streak at the moment. Batting .344 on the year, his friend diving back safely. So Lee, .344, 16 doubles, is 13th most in the state. He's got 2 triples and a home run as well, as he has been pretty much red hot since the middle of the season. Out of Wimon, Korea, has been excellent so far this year. Pleasant surprise is sometimes when you get international players and you don't know what you're going to get, as they're not guys that have been seen. As this ball lifted in the air while Friend was in motion, this one might be trouble, and it's going to land on the infield, and they're going to cut down Friend. That's an error on Gallegos to allow Junjun Lee to reach. And they cut down Friend, so 1 away. So one down for Jose Mariano. For West LA, their 69th error of the season. Canyons committed their 67th in the first inning on Andrew Sherrill. So these two teams defensively not the sleekest at times. Mariano, a big swing on the first pitch. Cut right through it. 380 this season for Mariano. A 653 slugging percentage, 10 home runs, 43 runs batted in. Had a home run on Tuesday down at West LA. Had back-to-back games with a home run. Swings and fouls it away. Behind in the count, 0-2. For Mariano, an on-base percentage of .478 on the year. His OPS is 1.131. They don't track OPS statewide, but imagine the on-base plus slugging is rather high, all things considered. For Mariano, 57 hits leads the team this year. He's 36th in the state in hits. He and Malagon are 1-2 on the team. They're 3-4 in the lineup, and Chris Cotto hoping they can get both of them a couple of hits here and maybe tie the ball game, trailing 1-0. Lee in motion. No throw down to second base from Hernandez. So Jun Lee has a stolen base. Canyons, who does not run often, just their 35th stolen base of the season. And you put a runner in scoring position for the dangerous Jose Mariano. Lee leads away from second. Ambriz will fire. Mariano swings and pops it up in foul territory. It may get into the Canyons dugout, and it does. So Mariano will stay up there. Behind the count, 1-2. Lee leads away from second base. Gallegos inching in to try and hold him on. Ambriz will deliver, and he sets down Mariano on strikes with a high fastball that beats him. 2 away. First strikeout of the day for Gallegos, or for Ambriz, excuse me. So 2 down. Here's Frankie Malagon. Malagon 0 for 3 on Tuesday. Snapped a 5-game hitting streak against Antelope Valley on the 15th. He chases a fastball up in the zone. Malagon struck out twice in that ballgame, walked twice as well on Tuesday. Waits on an 0-1 here from Ambriz. Nearly catches him. Schedule for today right now. Looking at the out-of-town scoreboard. LA Valley, LA Mission have not posted any live stats at the moment, so we can't tell you what that one's doing. And again, that Bakersfield Antelope Valley game not going off till 6 o'clock tonight. This ball hit on the ground. Scooped up by Garcia, and he'll step on first base. So Canyons gets a leadoff hit. They leave one aboard. West LA with a 1-0 lead as we go to the second inning here from Mike Gillespie Field.
Whether we're on the move or stuck in one place, it's with us, comforting, healing, and transforming lives. It's the power of you. With 4 world-class hospitals and over 170 clinics across Southern California, together, we're building a healthier community. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family. It begins with you. UCLA Health.
Oppenheimer, Lupien, and Gallegos, the scheduled hitters for West LA. As Estrada will work a second inning. Getting his first start of the season. We'll see how long Chris Cota stretches him out. So we said for Canyons, the storyline, and really, you need to win the last two. You need help from Antelope or from Bakersfield and LA Mission to knock off Antelope Valley and LA Valley in the last two. And that would get you, the winning of the last two would get you to 11 and 10, which, according to the 3C2A website, puts you in contention for an at-large bid. Usually, though, at-large bids go to teams that are above 500 both in the conference and the regular season. Canyons would not be over 500 in the regular season. Best they can finish is 17 and 21. So you would need some help. The good news is the Cougars' schedule this season has been a heavy one. As this one hit on the ground towards Sherrill, he'll scoop it up on a couple of hops. This time sets his feet and throws. And sets down Oppenheimer for the first down here of the inning. Bring Byron Lupien in, or Byron, excuse me, let me read that correctly. Byron Lupien in. 267 hitter on the year with 4 doubles. Talking about the Canyons schedule, they got behind the 8-ball early on in the season. They lost their first 5. 2 to Saddleback, 1 to Orange Coast, 1 to LA Harbor, and 1 to Allen Hancock. Not the greatest start, but then you look down the list a little bit. You split with Orange Coast. You got 2 wins over Cypress, who right now is a 25-win team. Came early in the year. You got swept by Glendale. You swept Citrus. You beat Merced up on the road. You beat East Los Angeles as well. You take down Antelope Valley 2 of 3, which is the number 2 team in the conference right now. So it's not as though the schedule has not been filled with some good wins. It's just a matter of if the committee and the RPI will show that way, as really they look at the RPI numbers more than anything else. Lupien on a 3-game hitting streak. The shortstop, 5 of his last 12 with a double, a walk. 2 runs and 2 strikeouts. Count full here. 1 away here in the second inning. West LA with a 1-0 lead. One fouled away off down the left field line by Lupien, so he'll stay in there. We'll do it again on 3 and 2. Lupien in his sophomore season here for West LA, one of his final 2 games. Hits this one on the ground. Jaquez was there. He'll fire it to Mariano, 2 away. Aiden Gallegos. No hits in 16 at-bats this year for Gallegos. Getting just his 4th start of the season. Swings and hits this one. A one-hopper that's going to get by Dominguez. Dominguez not happy. Thought he should have had it. So Gallegos has his first hit of the year. A base hit that just gets by the shortstop Dominguez out into left field by about 10 steps. And a base runner aboard here for West LA in their half of the second inning. Back to the top of the order in Jackson Bernard, who flew out to left field to open up the ball game. Estrada's fastball in for a strike. Home plate umpire today is Rogelio Sandoval. Jim Sayer is the field umpire for this ball game today. Mike Gillespie field. Estrada, a slow move over to first just to keep an eye on Gallegos, who has not attempted a stolen base yet this year. Wait on a 0-1 delivery. Bernard will foul it away off towards the owner's box. Where Mike Halkovich and Len Money and a few of the other Canyons faithful sit. Throw down to second is going to be in time to cut down Gallegos. Just the 15th runner Canyons has caught stealing this season. So Bernard will be left at the plate. That'll end the inning. No runs, no runs, one hit. Nobody left on. We go to the home half of the second inning. It is a 1-0 West LA lead.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Jaquez, Farrell, and Sherrill, the scheduled hitters for Canyons here in this second inning. Ambriz. Relatively easy first inning for Ambriz. His best start of the season actually came back on the 1st of March against Cerro Coso. He went 7 innings, gave up 5 hits, only allowed a run, struck out 9. Over his last 5, it's been a struggle. 18 innings, he's given up 41 hits, 36 runs, 27 of them earned, with 13 strikeouts and 4 home runs allowed, excuse me. Jaquez batting .307 now on the year. Has found his stroke once again, 2 for 4 on Tuesday. Had a 7-game hitting streak going into the 19th against Antelope Valley. Snapped that one, but was 15 of 32 during that streak. Swings and fouls this one off to the right. It'll get out of play. It's 0-2 here to Jaquez. 14 doubles this season. Top 30 in the state in doubles. He waits on Ambriz. On the rubber, the righty gets ready to deliver. Nearly hits Jaquez in the knees. He'll get out of the way, and it's 1-2. 1-2 pitch lifted in the air towards left center field and deep. Bernard going back. He'll let it walk or bounce off the wall. Jaquez will be around into second base. It's a leadoff double for Canyons here in the second inning, as Jaquez nearly leaves the yard, misses by about 1.5 feet. That bangs off the top of the wall for Jaquez, his 15th double of the year. That'll bring Reed Farrell with the plate, and Canyons 3 cracks to try and tie the game with a runner in scoring position out at second base. Farrell batting .319. 9 doubles, 36 hits on the season. Does have a couple of home runs. He's been hit 14 times, which is 23rd in the state. Seems to be a magnet at the plate. He lifts one in the air. This is playable on the infield for Gallegos, who this time will handle it cleanly. One away. That'll bring Andrew Sherrill to the plate. Sophomore out of Taft Union High School. In his second season, average is a little down at .257. He does have 7 home runs, though, on the year. Was 1 for 4 with a couple of RBIs, a walk and a run scored on Tuesday. Trying to tie this ball game up here in the second. Canyons trailing 1-0. Jaquez on with a leadoff double as he nearly tied the game up himself. Missed a solo home run to start the inning off by a couple of feet off the top of the left center field wall. Sherrill had a modest little 3-game hitting streak going into the game on the 17th against Antelope Valley, but snapped that. They'll check on Jaquez out at second base. He'll dive back safely. Sherrill takes a called strike on the outer half of the plate. 1-1. Amber's 1-1 offering misses up. Two 2-1 on the way in for a strike. Sherrill didn't seem like he was very happy with it after the strike was called. Kind of popped his head up. And now waits on a 2-2 here. Ambrose delivers. That one down in the dirt. Jaquez trying to read ball in the dirt. And he's going to be cut down stealing. As Hernandez quickly up to it. So that'll empty the bases and put us with 2 away. And leave Sherrill back up there with a 3-2 count. He swings and lifts one in the air towards shallow center field. This might be trouble for Bernard. That's going to get down for a base hit. So Sherrill a fly ball single. Canyons will try and rally here with 2 away. Here comes Antonio Dominguez. Dominguez's first career home run last week on the 17th. Came late in the ball game. Canyons was trailing in that ball game against Antelope Valley all the way to the 8th inning. And they put up a 4 spot in the 8th, thanks in part to the Dominguez home run that started things. Sherrill having to dive back here. As Hernandez showing off the arm. That one in for a strike to Dominguez, makes it 1-2. For Jaquez, that was actually his first attempted steal of the season, and he's cut down, so 0 for 1 on the year. Dominguez waits on a 1-2, swings and fouls it away, and we'll do it again. Breaking ball comes in late on Dominguez. Looked like it was going to float at him and kind of just had some late life to it, but it makes the count 2-2 as it misses up. West LA with a run in the first. Canyons with 3 hits in the ball game, but nothing to show for it so far. Sherrill, after the fly ball single, stands at first base. Dominguez takes down. Count now full, so Sherrill will get a head start. Cougars had a leadoff double from Hawkes, but he was caught stealing, trying to take third on a ball in the dirt. Dominguez and Sherrill trying to pick him up and get Canyons back on the board. Sherrill in motion. Dominguez lifts this one in the air towards center field. Bernard there, as it was right at him, didn't have to move more than a step or two, and that'll end the inning. So Canyons a leadoff double, but they don't get anything out of it. We go to the third, a 1-0 West LA lead.
Welcome to College of the Canyons, where students become the success stories of tomorrow. Whether you're already in the workforce or just getting started, our flexible schedules are a game changer. And students don't just earn degrees. They catapult into desirable careers in top 4-year universities for just $46 per unit. Quality education without crushing debt. Ditch the cookie-cutter mold of college and make college work for you. Register now at canyons.edu/schedule.
Depends on how deep they go here. I don't expect much, but I do feel like this might be different. I'm actually worse during the Dodgers playoffs. Hockey. Well, no, I mean, but here's my thing, Jesse. They won Monday. I'm not that superstitious. Not yet, anyway. I'm not going. I'm locked into not going there. I almost went to the edge. To the Laker game? No, I was inspired by you. Oh. Oh, to get your hair cut. We go to the third here. Bernard followed by Graua and Otterbein. Bernard was left at the plate back in the second inning after Gallegos tried to steal. This ball lifted in the air towards right field. Friend drifting back will make the play. One away. One away, here's Grau, reached and scored. He's the only run of the ball game so far. Reached on an Andrew Sherrill error in the first inning. Grau does have a couple of doubles on the season. One of those coming Tuesday. Running on a 3-game hitting streak right now. 4 for his last 9. Swings and misses down on strikes. Second strikeout for Estrada. 2 away. Here's Ozzy Otterbein. Singled back in the first inning. One of 2 West LA hits in that first inning. Fouls the first pitch straight back. Otterbein now hits in 7 of his last 8. He's 13 of 32 with 3 doubles, a triple, 6 RBIs, 3 walks, 6 runs, 2 stolen bases, but he has struck out 7 times. Hits this one on a 1-hop towards Hawkes, who had to range a little bit to his left, makes the play. A 1-2-3 inning for Estrada. We go to the home half of the third. Still 1-0 in favor of West LA.
Make hosting your next event easy with the Dr. Diane G. Van Hook University Center. With over 30 meeting spaces, wireless video teleconferencing capabilities, food service, and technical support available, the University Center has everything you need to make your next event shine. Conveniently located near the 5 and 14 freeways in Santa Clarita, the University Center offers easy access to local airports and many attractions, making it the ideal meeting place for everyone. To learn more about our rental options or to book now, visit canyons.edu/University Center.
Bottom half of the third. Sang to lead things off here for Canyons. The Cougars still chasing one. Sang hits this one out into left field down the line. Running over and making the play is Serrano, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Sang just under it a little bit. One down, we go back to the top of the order. Alex Friend, who had a bunt single back in the first. Canyons had a runner in scoring position last inning, but squandered it. Jaquez got thrown out at third and couldn't do anything else with a two-out rally. Friend will try and start things off here now in this third inning. On Tuesday for Canyons, they put up 15 runs, held West LA to just 2. So it's not as though the offense in a slump right now. The Canyons offense has been riding rather high this season, especially lately. In the last 5 games, they've had 3, or 6 games, I should say, they've had 3 that they've scored 10 or more runs in, including that 23-22 wild Saturday affair against LA Mission that the Cougars came out on top in. The offense as a group batting .310 on the year, which is 19th in the 3C2A. Their on base is .417. Their slugging is .477, which is actually 10th in the state. Their 41 total home runs is 6th most in California this year. 88 doubles now after the Jaquez double, puts them in the top 20. They're actually 13th. The run total not great, though, just 288, 35th in the state in runs. So it's not as though the offense hasn't been there. It's just a matter of consistently scoring runs at times. And part of the problem is Friend works a walk, something he has done 35 times now on the season. He's top 10 in the state in walks. So a one-out base runner here for Canyons. Talking about the offense, really, it's been there for most of the year. The only thing the Cougars don't do well is run offensively, because they don't steal a lot of bases. Here's Jun Lee, who reached on an error on the second baseman Gallegos, which was his 3rd error of the year, back in the first inning. Canyons, the problem really has come pitching and defensively this year. 7.08 ERA is 65th in the state. They've given up 289 runs, which is 27th most in California. The only thing really offensively, like we said, that they haven't done well is base running. In terms of stealing bases, we have to add to that. It's actually 7th most double plays in the state they've hit into, 34 of them this year. 'cause that's been a struggle at times as well. Lead tanks, it's 2-0. So you got to figure, even as this game gets deep, the offense at some point will find its way. Ambrose has not been a lockdown guy this year. So he said his best start came way back against Syracuse. Here's a base hit, sharply hit up the middle by Junjun Lee. And Canyons has 2 aboard here in the 3rd inning as Lee with a base hit. And that'll bring Jose Mariano to the plate, a chance to do some damage here in the 3rd inning. Talking about Ambrose, over his first 3 appearances, he only allowed 7 earned runs. It's been a struggle over his last 5. We gave you those numbers earlier. Trying to change that narrative here a little bit today against a very good Canyons offense. First pitch to Mariano, misses up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 away and 2 on here in the 3rd inning. Canyons 4 hits so far in the ball game, but nothing to show for it. Friend will have to get back to second base as Ambrose goes and spins and fires as Gallegos was trying to catch him on the daylight move. Mariano lifts this one in the air towards right field and playable for Graua. Friend is tagging. He's going to try and challenge Graua's arm at 3rd. He'll be in there safely. Junjun Lee moves up to second base. It's just a simple fly ball out from Jose Mariano, but it does move 2 runners in scoring position. Two down here in the 3rd inning for Frankie Malagon, who grounded to first in his last at bat. No balls and 1 strike here to Malagon. Ambrose delivers and misses away. Malagon trying to push a run across here at the very least for Canyons. This one hit on the ground towards 3rd. Otterbein will scoop it and fire. Canyons leaves 2 aboard here in the 3rd inning. We go to the 4th. 1-0 in favor of West LA. Hernandez, Serrano, and Garcia, the hitters here for West LA. Wildcats 1 run on 3 hits. Only left 2 on so far in the ball game, but have only had 3 on base or 4 on base in total. Hernandez struck out in his first at bat. Estrada working here into the 4th. For Estrada, this will be his longest outing of the season. Easily. His longest outing before this was just 2 innings, but he's into the 4th here. This one chopped foul up the third base side. This one actually hits Hernandez in the foot. It was so far. It was almost behind Hernandez, and he jumped back into it. How far out of the strike zone it was. So base runner here for West LA. Get a scoreboard update on any of the games that Canyons wants to pay attention to. LA Mission helping right now with a 2-0 lead over LA Valley. So getting some of the help you need so far, but you haven't helped yourself if you're College of the Canyons. This ball hit on the ground towards Sherrill on the first pitch by Serrano to second for 1. On to first from Jaquez in a 5-4-3 double play, the 31st double play of the season for Canyons. Great timing for Estrada. Just like that, after hitting Hernandez, he gets Serrano to ground into the double play. First pitch swinging here was Garcia. Sherrill scoops it as it was a slow roller onto the left side. And that'll end the inning. So Estrada threw 4. He's only given up 1 run. It was an unearned run back in the first. We go to the 4th for Canyons. 1-0 in favor of West LA. Jaquez, Farrell, and Sherrill here in the 4th inning for Canyons. Jaquez led off the second with a double. Try to start off the fourth here in the same fashion. This one lit down the line and left. That one's trouble. It'll bang off the base of the wall. Jaquez into second with his second double of the ball game. And Canyons in business here in the fourth. So Jaquez has hit 2 balls off the wall so far today. One off the top of the wall in left center. That off the base of the wall down the line in left. And now Reed Farrell, who popped out on the infield in his last at-bat, comes to the plate with Canyons having 3 cracks at tying the game once again, much like they did in the second. Farrell swings at the first pitch and fouls it off his hands. Farrell has slowed down a little bit as of late. On Tuesday, he was 2 for 4 with an RBI, snapped an 0 for 9 slump. He didn't have a hit in that Antelope Valley series. Had an 11-game hitting streak going into April 4th. That's when he got red hot up until that time, from about the middle of March to the middle of April. As this one hit right back up the middle for a base hit. Jaquez had to wait and see as it was a line drive. So he'll just move up to third, and Canyons will put runners on the corners after back-to-back hits. And Andrew Sherrill coming to the plate, who had a fly ball single back in the second. So Farrell is third hit of the series. Jaquez with 4 hits now in the series, including 3 doubles, as he has been feasting on West Los Angeles pitching. And Andrew Sherrill will try and tie the game up here, with Jaquez over at third. Sherrill, we said, had the fly ball single back in the second inning. He's going to show bunt here. Pulls it back. Canyons does have 30 sacrifice hits on the season. That's 15th most in the state of California. Just 18 sacrifice fly balls. Chris Cota not afraid to try and have his team play small ball up and down the lineup. We'll see if Sherrill maybe is asked to do it again. He will show bunt again. Does a good job up the first base line. Throw to the plate, not going to be in time. As Andrew Sherrill, an RBI, we'll call it a hit, as I don't think the first baseman Garcia would have had a play nonetheless. And we are tied at 1 here in this fourth inning. 3 hits for the Cougars here in the fourth. So here's Dominguez, flew out to center field. 2 on for Canyons with nobody out here in this fourth inning. Trying to set up a big inning now are the Cougars. Dominguez showing bunt, takes a strike. Imagine this a spot after trying to bunt on the last one. Dominguez is going to be asked to do the same thing here. Takes called strike 2 down at the knees. So no balls and 2 strikes here to Dominguez. Swings and hits this one down the right field line. Foul. Right fielder Graua, you can see on your screen, shading well out towards right center field. There's a ton of room down the right field line. Dominguez, though, not a guy that generally goes the opposite way. Dominguez has been a double play victim 4 times this year. That's 13th most in the state. So Canyons maybe hoping he can stay out of a double play here as he waits on another 0-2 offering from Ambriz in a 1-1 ball game here in the fourth. That one misses up. This one hit on the ground towards third. Otterbein able to get one onto first. for a double play. So the 5th time this season Dominguez has grounded into a double play. The 17th time Canyons has hit into a double play this season. 2 quick outs for West LA. They do move Farrell up to third. And here's Hunter Sang. Chance to try and give Canyons a lead for the first time today. First pitch misses down and away. Just shows you the change of things with 2 on and nobody out. Dominguez trying to bunt in the first 2 pitches down in the strike zone, but called strikes. Changes the complexion of the at-bat, and all of a sudden it's 2 quick outs. This one gets away from the catcher, Hernandez. It's going to be a passed ball. It's going to score Reed Farrell, and the Cougars will take a 2-1 lead. So an error on Hernandez on the passed ball. And so Canyons now with a 2-1 lead here, as the West LA defense hurts itself this time after helping Ambriz. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Hunter Asang. You start the inning off with a double from Hawkes, then a single from Farrell. A base hit from Andrew Sherrill as he tried to bunt. As Sang lifts this one in the air towards left field and playable for the left fielder, Serrano, who will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. But Canyons does get 2. They do their job. After the leadoff double and a couple of singles, they have a 2-1 lead as we go to the 4th here from Whitten Field.
Can I get it mic'd away? What's happening?
And your free sub. Enjoy.
That was super weird.
Oh, that? Nah. She just used the shore points you can now earn from chip and drink purchases to get a free sub through the app. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Oppenheimer, Lupien, and Gallegos to face Estrada, who works here into the 5th. Estrada's given up 3 hits so far in the ball game, all those coming back in the first 2 innings. Otherwise, he's been solid. Her second pitch swinging. This one takes a weird bounce. Nice play from Sherrill, but then he airmails the throw. That's going to let Oppenheimer around to second base. Second error on Andrew Sherrill today. So for Sherrill now, 14 errors on the season. It took kind of a funky bounce near the bag, had some extra English on it. He had to reach back and then tried to make a throw and just airmailed it. Mariano just kind of watched it as he tried to run back to figure out where it was going to land. So runner aboard here for Lupien now. Runner in motion on Estrada. Throw to third. Going to be in time to nab Oppenheimer. So the Cardinals send a baseball. You don't make the first or third out at third base. Oppenheimer does just that. Frankie Malagon bails out Andrew Sherrill. Second runner caught stealing today for Canyons. And one away here in the fifth inning. Immediately, Roger Hill put his hands up, looked at Oppenheimer like, what's going on here? He took off as Estrada delivered. And Estrada doesn't throw the ball hard. He's a crafty left-hander. The ball got to the plate in enough time for Malagon to just get up and fire. Kind of short-hopped it, but Sherrill made a nice play to pick it out and apply the tag. 2 balls and 1 strike to count here to Byron Lupien. This ball hit right back at Estrada. He knocked it down with his glove. Now fires to first. It's going to be just in time to get Lupien. I think Estrada was so caught off guard that the ball kind of caught him in the palm of the glove that when he went to make the throw, he just didn't set his feet, had plenty of time. And he looks at the dugout and says, everybody go back, I'm fine. Gives a thumbs up and a nod. 2 away here. As now Gallegos comes to the plate. He singled, but was caught stealing back in the second inning. So Estrada fielding his position. Almost hit right back at his body. Able to get his glove up to protect himself and then make the play. Here's a base hit for Gallegos down the left field line. He'll try for second base. Lee's throw going to be cut off. It's a 2-out double for Gallegos. 4th hit issued by Estrada. And West LA will go back to the top of the order. A chance to try and tie the ball game back up at 2. With Jackson Bernard coming to the plate. Bernard 0 for 2, a couple of fly ball outs. 1 to each corner outfielder. This ball lifted in the air towards right center field. Back towards the wall, but not deep enough. So Bernard has flown out to all 3 outfielders. He leaves Gallegos on with a 2-out double. That ends the top half of the 5th inning. Canyons with a 2-1 lead as we go the bottom half here from Mike Gillespie Field. Top of the order here for Canyons. They'll send Friendly and Mariano to the plate. The 2-1 lead here in the 5th as Ambrose working into the 5th today. Been a pitcher's duel here on this Thursday. Canyons 2 runs on 7 hits. West LA 1 run on 4 hits. A couple errors on Canyons, 1 on West LA. Friend, a bunt single and a walk so far in the ball game today. A little bit unlucky in the first after he singled, was cut down at second base on a fly ball that was dropped by the second baseman Gallegos as he hits this one right over Gallegos' head out into right field. So Friend with his second hit of the ball game. Canyons with the leadoff runner aboard for the fourth straight inning, actually. Actually, they've had the leadoff runner aboard in all 5 innings so far in the ball game, or 4 of the 5 innings in the ball game, actually, I should say. Only time they did not do that was actually the 3rd. So, second straight inning with the leadoff runner aboard. And here's Jun-Jun Lee. Lee singled, reached on an error, swings at the first pitch, fouls it into the screen. JJ now on a 7-game hitting streak. 9 hits in his last 27 at-bats. Second hitting streak of 7 games this season. Had one back from March 4th to March 19th. Friend in motion. This one lifted in the air towards center field. Bernard there to make the play. Lee trying to protect Friend, but flies out to center. So 1 away for Jose Mariano. Struck out in the first, flew out to right in the 3rd. His 3rd at bat of the ball game here. 3rd time through the order for Ambrose. Friend with a monster lead over at first. Again, Ambrose will check on him. Friend this season, 11 for 13 when pressed into motion running. The most adept base runner in terms of stolen bases. This was not a play. Heads up, everybody. No balls, 1 strike here to Mariano. Friend in motion, throw down to second. Not going to be in time as the pitch from Ambrose was high. Hernandez did all he could to just make sure that it didn't get to the backstop. So stolen base for Friend, his 12th of the season. And now Mariano has a runner in scoring position to work with here in the 5th and 1 away. 2 balls and 1 strike to the big 3-hitter. 6'1" sophomore out of Valencia High School. Trying to do some more damage here and give some insurance to the Cougars. With that one in for a called strike on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Runner at second base after Friend led leading off with a single, stole a base just a few moments ago. So Mariano waits on the Ambrose delivery. Set up at the belt is Ambrose. This one hit out to left field. That's a base hit. They're going to send Alex Friend and challenge Serrano. He's going to score easily. An RBI base hit for Jose Mariano. And the Cougars have a 3-1 lead as Friend flying around the bases. Really no chance for Serrano. He got the ball in, but Otterbein tried to just cut it off. So a 1-out base hit to make it 3-1 for Jose Mariano, and now Frankie Malagon, who's 0 for 2, comes to the plate. See if Anthony Estrada will go back out for the 6th inning, especially now with Canyons extending the lead 1 extra. As really outside of the double with 2 away here in the 5th, all his hits came in the first 2 innings against, and they were just singles. So it's really been a light traffic day for Estrada so far in his first start of the season. Malagon chops this one wide of third, foul. So we went on a 1-1 here to Malagon. Takes a called strike on the outer half. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Mariano at first base after the RBI single. Malagon, the one knock on him this year offensively has been the strikeout numbers. 39 strikeouts on the season. Otherwise, he's been great. 11 home runs. It's 13th most in California. 54 hits. It's 2nd on the team. And top 50 in the state. Is slugging at .681 coming into the game today. But again, he's down on strikes. So 2 away, and here's Evan Jaquez, who's 2 for 2 with a couple of doubles in the ballgame today. Jaquez coming alive here late in the season. May just run out of time on his sophomore year as Canyons needing lots of help to have an opportunity to make the playoffs. Still getting some help from LA Mission as of the last live stats. We'll have to wait on the Bakersfield Antelope Valley game. So this ball lifted down the line and left. Should stay in play for Serrano, but he cannot make the play down the left field line. And so Jaquez will get some new life here. That ball traveled quite a ways for Jaquez. Serrano likely would want that one back if he could do it again. Second time today we've seen a West LA fielder near a fly ball and just drop it. One was an error back in the first on Gallegos. This one just goes down as a foul ball. Jaquez takes a 2-1 pitch for a strike, makes it 2-2. Second, Jaquez doubled off the left center field wall. And the fourth, he doubled off the left field wall. Came around to score in that 4th inning. He's down on strikes to end here in the 5th. Couple of strikeouts for Ambriz in the 5th inning. Canyons gets 1, though, on an RBI single from Jose Mariano. We go to the 6th. Cougars with a 3-1 lead. Grau, Otterbein, and Hernandez due up here in the 6th. As Estrada with a quality start for sure here for Canyons through 5. Grau hits this one on the ground towards third. Sherrill lets it get to him, then fires, and it pulls Mariano off the bag. Third time today. Andrew Sherrill has committed a throwing error. It's a rough defensive day for the third baseman. Now 15 total errors on the season. So Canyons allows the leadoff runner on here on an error by the third baseman. And here's Ozzy Otterbein, who's 1 for 2. Otterbein hits this one on the ground towards first on the first pitch. Mariano throws it out into left field. And a couple of errors here on the first and the third baseman. So Estrada does his job, gets a ground ball. So E5 and E3, 2 on for West LA, and Michael Hernandez, who's 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch. The 4th inning, struck out back in the 1st. And now if you're Estrada, now it's a big spot where you need a punch out if you can get one. Your defense has faltered twice here on 3 pitches in the inning. This ball smoked down the left field line, but foul. This ball hit right back up the middle. Estrada will come to the plate. They're going to hang up Grau in a rundown, and he is out for leaving the baseline. So Estrada fielding his position for the 2nd time today. Bails himself out of some trouble for the moment. It'll put runners at first and second with 1 away. Nicely done by Estrada. Knocked it down, picked it up, fired it to the plate. They hung up Grau. So here's Serrano, who grounded into a 5-4-3 double play the last time he came to the plate. 1 for 2. Some action in the Canyons bullpen for the first time while they're out there defensively. I have seen Evan Jaquez up there getting to work. Jaquez is turned into the closer here late in the season for Canyons. Got some work the last time Canyons was at the plate. Looks like maybe Wesley Yim the man out there. Yeah, it is Wesley Yim out there getting some work. 2 balls and no strikes here to Serrano. And now Estrada way behind here. First time really he's been in some extra trouble since the 1st inning. And really the trouble just created by the Canyons defense. This ball hit right at Andrew Sherrill, and he'll just hold on to it instead of making a throw. 2 away. Two down for Aiden Garcia, who grounded out in his last at-bat. Flew to left in his first at-bat, 0 for 2 in the ballgame today. Estrada's first pitch misses down. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count here to Aiden Garcia. Is Estrada trying to work himself out of a little bit of a jam? This ball lifted in the air and left, and Junjun Lee going back robs Garcia of extra bases. An excellent defensive play by the left fielder as Junjun Lee on the run comes up with it. And that will end the 6th inning for West Los Angeles. Still 3-1 in favor of Canyons. Canyons to send 6, 7, and 8 to the plate here in the 6th inning. It'll be Farrell, Sherrill, and Dominguez to face Adrian Ambrose. Pitcher's duel here for the most part today. Canyons 3 runs on 9 hits. And 4 errors for the Cougars. 1 run on 4 hits. 1 error for West LA. Farrell 1 for 2. Singleton scored back in the 4th. Right now is the difference in the ball game. He scored the 2nd run in that 4th inning. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it away. This one smoked out to left for a base hit from Farrell. Leadoff runner aboard for Canyons in the 6th. Here's Andrew Sherrill, who's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles in the ball game today. Got a fly ball single and a bunt single. They'll go to work with a runner on here. Canyons trying to add some more insurance in this 6th inning. Wesley Yim still out there working, so we might have seen the last of Anthony Estrada. Sherrill, first pitch swinging, lifts it in the air towards right field. Grau Camp will make the catch. One away for Isaiah Dominguez, who's 0 for 2, flew out and grounded into a double play. Barrel in motion, and Dominguez just reaching out to maybe protect him a little bit. Fouls it away. Barrel 8 for 9 on the bases this season. So one of really 2 Cougars that has been adept when pressed into stealing bases. Him and Alex Friend. Nobody else really runs a lot for Canyons. No balls and 2 strikes here to Dominguez. Farrell running on the 2-0. He's into second base. The throw goes out to center field. Farrell lost his lid, but he'll get into third. And Canyons now with a runner in scoring position. So now with a 1-2 count, Dominguez a chance to go to work and try and drive in Farrell. Infield comes in to cut down the run at the plate. Dominguez says it doesn't matter. He's going to bang one out into the gap in left center. He'll head towards second base. Dominguez has an RBI double. Canyons has a 3-run lead. West LA looking like they're going to stay with Ambriz for the moment. Canyons getting to him a bit here as we've continued on through the game. And now timeout called by West LA. They'll go make a visit here. So we'll go down to Hunter Asang as the visit over. Dominguez out at second base after the one-out double to score Reed Farrell. Cougars 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 1 here so far in the 6th. $11 hits now in the ballgame for Canyons. Gotten 6 strong from Anthony Estrada today. Got to keep winning ball games to keep yourself the least bit in the hunt. Waiting on help from LA Mission and potentially Bakersfield. Asang drives this one to left. That'll bang off the top of the wall. Dominguez in to score. Back-to-back doubles for Canyons as Asang trades places with Dominguez. The Cougars have a 4-run lead. For Hunter Asang, his 8th double of the season. About 3 feet short of a home run as it hit off the top of the left field wall. We go back to Alex Friend as Canyons has busted this one open to a 4-run lead at the moment, trying to add some more with just one away. Friend has been on all 3 times today, a couple of singles. And a walk back in the 3rd, scored a run in the 5th. Looking at the scoreboard out of town, LA Mission leading 3-0 over LA Valley right now. So that's one of the results you would need. Still one more day in the season to go, though. Everybody will be in action again tomorrow to close out the year in terms of conference play. I went in for a strike to Friend. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Sang out at second base after he doubled in Dominguez, who doubled home Reed Farrell. And Friend hits one out into the right center field gap. This one may be trouble, but going over is Bernard to make the catch, as they were shading Friend kind of towards right center a little bit with Grawa as well. So Friend flies out. It's a productive out as Dominguez moves up to third, but 2 away. Here's Junjun Lee, 1 for 3 today. Singled, flew out, and reached on an error. An unconventional error, but an error nonetheless back in the first. And to bring home Sang as the sun comes out for the first time today. This one hit in the air towards center. Bernard cruising around makes the play, and that'll end the inning. But Canyons with a couple here in the 6th. 5-1 as we go to the 7th inning here from Mike Gillespie Field. So Canyons will send Wesley Im to the mound here as we go to the 7th inning. Get a quality start from Anthony Estrada. Goes 6 strong, gives up 1 run on 4 hits. Struck out 1, didn't walk anybody. And Wesley Im will make his 10th appearance of the year. 1-0 with a 5.23 ERA. In 10 1/3, he's given up 11 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned with 9 walks and 9 strikeouts on the season. Hasn't pitched since the 12th of April against LA Mission, so his first appearance in 4 games. And a pinch hitter here for West LA, as they will opt to pinch hit for Oppenheimer with Tristan Phillip Guide. He swings at the first pitch, hits it in the air. That'll get over the head of Alex Friend out in right field. He'll fire it back into the infield, but it's a leadoff double off the first pitch that Wesley Im throws for Tristan Guide. So a double for Tristan Phillip Guide. A leadoff base runner as Yim gives up a double on the first pitch he throws. Then he nearly hits Byron Lupien on the first pitch he throws to him. Lupien 0 for 2 so far in the ball game today. Swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. West LA and Lupien really trying to hit something on the right side. A giant hole over on the right side of the infield right now as Hawk is shaded towards second, but he'll move back. Mariano well off the first base line as well. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Loopy and the shortstop stepping in. Him up on the rubber will deliver. That one for a strike makes it 2-2. And Lupien down on strikes. Good pitch from Yim, 1 away. So 1 down for Gallegos, who's 2 for 2 in the ball game today with a single and a double. And get a run back here for West LA in the 7th. Yeah, a guy that throws hard. Just has not had success this year over extended periods. Only appeared twice in the last 13 games. This ball lifted in the air towards deep center field. Sang going back looking for the wall will make the catch. Tagging at second is Tristan Guide, and he'll move to third. So a deep fly ball from Gallegos. Tristan Phillip Guide will move to third. Jackson Bernard, who's 0 for 3, has flown out 3 times, comes to the plate. Yim trying to work a clean inning here. That one in for a strike from Yim. Against East LA, he went an inning and a third, gave up 2 hits, didn't give up a run. Against El Camino, went a third of an inning, got the only out he needed. Gave up a couple of hits in 2 innings against Glendale. Didn't give up a run, struck out a couple. So he's had performances where he hasn't given up much. It's just not been a lot of opportunities for him this year. Behind in the count, 2-1 here. Just a freshman out of Saugus. That one in for a strike, evens the count at 2-2. Bernard 0 for 3 in the ball game today, as we mentioned. All 3 balls he's hit have been in the air to the outfield. 1 to each outfield position. Trying to bring home a run here with 2 away. That one into Malagon's feet, and then he and the home plate umpire, Rogelio Sandoval, bump into one another. So 3-2 count here to Bernard, trying to reach for the first time today. And Bernard will work a walk. So Yim struck out 1, walked 1. Runners on the corners here. Peyton Grau will come to the plate. For Jackson Bernard this season, 6 of 7 when asked to steal. We'll see if Roger Hill decides to be aggressive with the 2-hitter and Grau at the plate, who's reached twice on errors from Andrew Sherrill. Struck out in his only other at-bat. It's 0 for 3 so far in the ball game. He's the only run that's come across for West LA today. Back in that first inning, trying to do a little damage here with runners on the corners. Yim way behind, 2 balls, no strikes. So this ball hit up the middle for a base hit. So 1 run will score. Bernard going to try for third. Essang's throw not going to be in time. And it's going to let Graua into second base. So runners on second and third. West LA gets one back with a 2-out hit by Peyton Graua. I think that's going to end the day for Wesley Yim here. And we will go to a straight 9 as we have seen. Canyon's going to go to the bullpen here. And going to go right to Evan Jaquez. So Jaquez in the 7th with 2 away. He'll face Ozzy Otterbein to start here. Jaquez has become the closer this season. Tried to close a game early in the year, had a rough outing against Golden West, ended up picking up the loss. Or, excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Against LA Harbor College and picked up the loss. But since then, 3 appearances since April 8th. An ERA of 7.11. In 6 1/3, he's given up 6 hits, 5 runs. All of them earned with 7 walks and a strikeout. And that'll bring Reed Farrell into play second base. Farrell with 7 errors on the year will flex into that position. Canyons will go with a straight 9 if you're scoring at home. 2 on. Runners on second and third here for Otterbein, who's 1 for 3. So now Jaquez looking like he's going to be pressed in to try and get the final 7 outs of the ball game here at the very least. Behind in the count here, 2-0. Pitched an inning in the 3rd against Antelope Valley last Thursday. Ended up picking up the win of that ball game. It's way behind here, 3-0. See if anybody else from Canyons maybe gets loose. He's tough when you're pressed into service after standing out at second base. This ball hit out into right field. That's a base hit for Otterbein. 1 run will score. They'll challenge the throw from Friend. It pulls Malagon up the third base line. So a 2 RBI single from Ozzy Otterbein. Both those runs charged to Wesley Yim. And all of a sudden, it's a 1-run ball game here in the 7th. So you can close the book now on Yim. Goes 2/3 of an inning. Gives up 2 hits. Walks 1, strikes out 1. 3 runs allowed. And here's Michael Hernandez now. So the insurance from Canyons after they got 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and 2 in the 6th. So far keeps them out in front at 5-4. The tying run aboard here in the 7th inning. A rough 7th for College of the Canyons. Taka trying to work out of it. That one in for a strike. Started with a Yim. Gave up the leadoff double to Tristan Phillip Guide. Then got Loopy into strikeout. Got Gallegos to fly to center. Then walked Bernard. Gave up the single to Grawa. Runner in motion here. Throw down to second. Not going to be in time this time. Stolen base for Otterbein. You make it 2-1 here to the cleanup hitter in Hernandez. He swings and lifts it to deep left. And West LA has a 6-5 lead as Michael Hernandez has his 3rd home run of the year. So Jaquez gives up back-to-back hits. So now College of the Canyons season very much on life support here. As if it was not already. Needing help from outside sources. But if you lose today, the season is done. Your chances of trying to get into the playoffs pretty much go by the wayside, or actually do go by the wayside, as you put yourself 2 games below 500 in the conference. And you have to at least finish 500 in either conference or regular season play. So now your season's on life support here. 2-strike pitch. Serrano down on strikes. Damage done, though. A 5-run inning for West LA. We go to the home half of the 7th. Canyons trailing 6-5. So we go to the home half of the 7th. Adrian Zamora will come into pitch. 0-3 with a 7.91 ERA in 12 appearances. He's gone 33 innings with 54 hits, 40 runs, 29 earned, 9 walks, 10 strikeouts. Adrian Ambrose leaves after 6, giving up 5 on 12 hits. As Mariano, first pitch swinging, lifts this one in the air towards deep center field, and that ball is gone, and we are tied just like that on the first pitch of the inning from Zamora. Mariano, a solo home run, his third straight game with a home run. And we are tied at 6 just like that. So we were going to say Ambrose leaves with the lead and is the pitcher of record, but now he's going to go for a no decision. Zamora gives up the home run, and now Frankie Malagon to the plate. Only the second pitch from Zamora, and this one misses down. For Jose Mariano, his 11th home run of the season, his third straight game with a long ball. And just like that, after Canyon's season was on life support, right back now to even, and you've got a fresh ball game here. A sprint to the finish over the final 2.5. Malagon fouls this one back to the screen. Malagon no hits and 3 at bats today. Way ahead here, 3-1. And Malagon will work a walk. He's on base. So a leadoff home run and a walk to Malagon, and now Evan Jaquez, who came in the 7th inning and gave up a couple inherited runners and a couple of runs of his own. Now hits here. 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles for Jaquez today. Swings at the first pitch, hits it down the line. That's a fair ball past a diving Otterbein. Malagon going to try for third. He is in, and Jaquez with a stand-up double, his third extra base hit of the ball game. And now Reed Farrell has a chance to give Canyons the lead once again, but we'll get a visit out to the mound to talk to Zamora. Still 3-0 out at LA Mission College. Eagles leading the Monarchs, and that is important for Canyons should they come out with a win here today. So here's Reed Farrell. A couple of hits in his last 2 at-bats. Zamora will work out of the windup now. Ball game tied at 6 here after the solo home run from Jose Mariano to lead the inning off. Farrell hits this one on the ground. That'll get a run home. This is going to be a tough play. And Farrell is safe on an errant throw by the shortstop Lupien. Farrell with plenty of speed forcing the tough throw. And now Andrew Sherrill hits with 2 on. And nobody out here in the inning. Canyons right back with a 7-6 lead. Sherrill bunting. This is perfectly placed. Otterbein throws on the run. He'll cut down Sherrill, a sacrifice bunt. It'll put runners at the corners here. So one down, and now Isaiah Dominguez. So the official scoring on the Farrell play is an error. And now you've got runners at second and third here for Canyons. The infield stays back for West LA. They came in earlier with Dominguez up in the last inning. He banged a double out to left center field. They stay back here with one away. Canyons in a one-run lead. So Malagon scored on the Reed Farrell ground ball. An RBI for Farrell on that one. Dominguez and hitters count here 2-0. Swings and hits this one out in the air towards center field. That's a base hit. 2 runs will come in and score as Farrell flying. And Isaiah Dominguez has a 2 RBI single. And Canyons has re-extended the lead back up to 3. So 4 runs for Canyons on 3 hits in the inning, aided by a West LA error. And Hunter Aseng, who's 1 for 3 with a double, comes to the plate. Aseng bunting with the third baseman back. Otterbein's throw not going to be in time. Isaiah Dominguez wheeling towards third. Perfectly executed by Canyons that time. It's a bunt single for Hunter Aseng. Dominguez rounds to third. And the Cougar offense cooking here in the 7th once again. A 4-run inning and now a chance to add on some more as they go back to the top of the order and Alex Friend. Dominguez running the whole way, knowing Otterbein was charging. Didn't even think twice. Rounded like it was a base hit out into the outfield and made it the third, really uncontested. One ball and one strike here to Friend. This one fouled away. Sang in motion. He'll have second base. Would have had it regardless. But they don't even try and make a throw. Count goes full here. Zamora in danger of putting 3 on. He's been less than effective here in the 7th inning. For West LA, it seems as though it's his inning to work. He walks Friend. So it'll bring Jung Joon Lee to the plate. 9th man to the plate here in the inning for Canyons. Lee singled, flew out to center field a couple of times and reached on an error. 1 for 4. Bases loaded. Zamora will go back into the windup here. Lee has a chance to bust this right back open. The 3-run Canyons lead. Lee swings, just foul down the third base line. This ball lifted in the air out towards left center field. This may be trouble. Nice sliding play from Bernard. It's enough for Lee to drive a run in, though. Bernard maybe saves a couple of runs with that play. So J.J. Lee, a sacrifice fly ball. Robbed of maybe a base hit by Bernard, and we go back to Jose Mariano with 2 on. In a 10-6 game now. Mariano already took Zamora deep to center field. Big hack from Mariano that time on a breaking ball. Two balls and 1 strike. This one hit on the ground. Lupien knocked it down, but he's not going to be able to make a play. So Mariano drives in another run. So a second hit of the inning for Mariano, his 3rd of the ball game. Now Malagon first pitch swinging, lifts it in the air out towards right field. Rawa, who was basically playing right center field, has to come in and make the play. That'll end the inning, but Canyons does plenty of damage. They take an 11-6 lead. A 6-run 7th inning. Here from Mike Gillespie Field. So we play here in the 8th. West LA had a 5-run 7th inning. And then Canyons answered back with 6 of their own. It'll be Garcia, the designated hitter spot, so Tristan Phillip Guide and Byron Lupien to hit. .30 from Jaquez in for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike to count here to Garcia, who's 0 for 3. Three-two from Jaquez. Lifted out into right field. Alex Friend can't come up with it as it kicks off his glove. So that's the first error of the season on Alex Friend. It has been an error-filled game for Canyons. Here's Tristan Phillip Guide now. Canyons 3 errors on Andrew Sherrill, 1 on Jose Mariano, and now 1 on Alex Friend. Friend made it all the way to this point in the season before making an error. This time he'll make this play. It hangs up there. 1 away. There's Byron Lupien. This ball lifted in the air towards center. That'll get down for a base hit. So Lupien on the first pitch from Jaquez has a single.
It's because Jesse just says, hey, make me a tennis racket. And then decides he wants to change what the title is. That's what the current schedule says on the title. No, it says WSC-South Day 1, or 360 Day 1.
Here's Gallegos, who's 2 for 3, swings and misses. That one fouled away. Gallegos behind 0-2 here. Bottom of the 6th at LA Mission. The score tied at 3-3 now, so. Jaquez breaking ball lifted in the air towards left. Jun Lee will have a play on it. He'll make the catch. Able to hold both Garcia and Lupien in their places. So 2 down, and Jackson Bernard, who's 0 for 3 with a walk, will come to the plate. Jaquez should be out of the inning, if not for the Alex Friend error to lead the inning off. But imagine for Jaquez, it's his ball the rest of the way. That seems to be kind of the way they've been going this year. Way behind here to Bernard. That one for a strike, so the runners will get some free movement here early on. Three-two delivery. Bernard will hit it foul up the third base side. This ball hitting the air down the line and right. This is going to be trouble. That'll get down for a base hit. 1 run and Garcia will score. Good job from Friend to cut it off and get a strong throw back in to keep the other run in looping at third. It's a base hit for Bernard, his first hit of the ball game. He drives in a run. We're back to a 5-run ball game here at 11-7. Runners on the corners here for West LA. Peyton Grawa, who's got a hit in 4 at-bats. And Chris Cota actually popping his head out here. And that'll end the day for Jaquez in terms of pitching, and they're actually going to bring Isaiah Dominguez into pitch here. So Dominguez in the 8th with 2 away will come in. Dominguez has had only 1 other appearance this season. So Jaquez goes a full inning. Gives up 4 hits, 3 runs. 2 of them earned with no walks and 1 strikeout. He'll move to short. Canyon's now at the point of a straight 9. So Dominguez to face Graua here, and the righty misses on the first pitch. Dominguez kind of throws from that three-quarter arm slot a little bit here. It's a 5-run ball game at 11-7. So we're in a tight one once again. Dominguez trying to get a hold here. This ball lifted in the air towards shallow left center field. Jun Jun Lee makes the call for it, and he'll make the catch. So Dominguez does what he needs to do, gets the one out needed here. We go to the home half of the 8th inning, 11-7 in favor of Canyons. So for West LA, they'll stay with Zamora here. They'll face Jaquez, Farrell, and Sherrill. Jaquez with 3 doubles in the ball game today. Leaves the game as the pitcher of record, actually. So he's currently in line for the win. Swings at the first pitch, pops it in the air towards left. It drifts back towards the wall, but Serrano makes the catch, one down. Here's Reed Farrell. 2 hits, 3 runs scored. 2 for 4 today. Swings at the first pitch himself and lifts it in the air towards right center field. The center fielder, Bernard, calls off Graua. And pretty much 2 pitches, 2 outs here in the inning. Looking ahead for West LA in the 9th, they'll have Otterbein, Hernandez, and Serrano. Chasing 5 at the moment. Here's Andrew Sherrill, 2 hits in 3 at-bats today. Shows bunt, drags it back. Doesn't offer at a ball, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. LA Valley, LA Mission game still tied at 3. The top half of the 7th inning, according to the Western State Conference Athletics website. 1 ball, 1 strike the count here to Andrew Sherrill. Two one from Zamora, hit on the ground. Otterbein scoops and fires. Sherrill will tire. A 1-2-3 inning for Zamora. Go to the 9th. It's 11-7 in favor of Canyons. Still holding on to hope right now. Need a lot of help, though, tonight and tomorrow. Got to win here first. That's the first thing that needs to get done as they'll go to the 9th here. So it'll be Dominguez to try and finish out the 9th here. Would be a pour-out performance for Dominguez. Should he be able to get it done? Otterbein, who's 2 for 4, will start things off here for West LA in the 9th inning. Wildcats looking to try and come from behind and get to 10 wins. First pitch of the inning from Dominguez to Otterbein in for a strike, and we are underway here in the 9th in a 5-run ball game. Canyons 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and 6 in the 7th for 11 runs. West LA had 1 in the 1st, 5 in the 7th, and 1 in the 8th for 7 runs. There's been 27 total hits in the ball game. There's also been 7 total errors in the ball game, as it has not been clean defensively. Otterbein fouls this one away. Dominguez took the pitch clock pretty much all the way down to the end right there. I'll go quick here against Otterbein, who hits this one on the ground. Foul up the first base line. This one popped up back of third base. Coming over is Jaquez to make the play, 1 away. Here's Michael Hernandez, had the 2-run home run off of Jaquez in the 7th. That actually gave West LA a 6-5 lead. 1 hit and 3 at-bats today. Again, Dominguez running it all the way down on the pitch clock here. Delivers a pitch down in the zone. One-0 from Dominguez, hit off the end of the bat. Reed Farrell there. So Dominguez, a couple of soft contact balls. And West LA down to their final out here of the inning. Canyons. And out away from what is a come-from-behind victory in a couple of instances. Pinch hitter here for Max Serrano for West LA. Jane Kukier. Nope, scratch that. Isaiah Lopez pinch hitting. Lopez, 115 hitter on the year. Three hits and 26 at-bats on the season. Count is even at 1-1 here. Dominguez trying to work through 4 outs. Get Canyons their 16th win of the year and get them back to 500 in conference play and give them a shot to get to 1 game above 500 in the conference to finish out the season and keep their playoff hopes that are very, very slim still alive for the moment. This ball lifted in the air to center and deep. Essang running back, but it should stay in the ballpark. It is playable. That is the ball game. Canyons takes it to 11-7. As for West LA, 7 runs for the Wildcats on 10 hits. They left 7 on base. They committed a couple errors themselves. For College of the Canyons, they get 11 runs on 17 hits. They committed 5 errors. They left 8 on base. Jaquez gets the win. Zamora gets the loss. No qualified save in the ball game at 4 hours and 33 minutes. It's a 2-hour and 32-minute ball game. And that'll do it for us here on the webcasts for baseball this season from Mike Gillespie Field. College of the Canyons gets to 16-21 and 10-10 in conference play, and they keep their slim hopes alive. Keep watching the scoreboards, folks. And we hope to see you again very soon, maybe a softball playoff game. If not, that'll do it for us for this year. We'll see you next year, or next semester, we should say, here on the Cougar Sports Network. Thank you for watching all season long. We appreciate it. Have a good one.